somebody threw that bar and wore him out behind the bar like I left, I looked at Troy and I said, right.
I'm out here.
I said, boy, tonight's nuts, by the way.
I usually take my test in the 20s.
Yeah, he had me talk right up, he had me talk right up. Can't get my blood pressure. I can't get my blood pressure. Great,
All right, 6 o'clock, we'll go ahead and get started. Tonight's Edinburgh Planning Commission meeting Tuesday, May 20th, 2025, 6 PM. We'll open the meeting with roll call. Robert Ackerman. Here. Ray Walton.
Here.
Justin Lawler here. Debbie Vaughn, absent this evening. William Jones. Here. Ryan Pierceville. Here. Miriam Rooks.
Here.
Keith Sells. Here. Stephanie Taylor, secretaries, present, along with Dustin Huddleston, attorney. Minutes of the April 15, 2025 meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes if there are no corrections or revisions.
Second.
Motion second, approve the minutes April 15, 2025. All in favor?
Aye.
So. Here's still no visitation. Sign-in sheet.
Anybody that wants further information after today about decisions of the board to get in writing, just sign in, provide your information. And then also anyone that's going to be speaking tonight, you need to swear in before you talk. So, okay, who else?
Anybody that's going to speak.
Yeah, you don't have to stand up, just raise your hand. So if you're not raising your hand, that means you're not talking at all tonight. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Okay. You swear the penalties of perjury, the testimony you give, the whole truth and nothing but truth, so help you God. Okay. Those that have their hand raised, when you talk, come up on the podium, just state your name and address for the record. Thank you.
Right. GT 25-058C, OD, Dan Phillips.
Thank you, Mr. President. The first case tonight is within the highway corridor, is 7710 East State Road 252. Applicant is Dan Phillips, owner Dan and Marianne Phillips. This is a 1.5 acre property, zone R2 and the highway corridor, currently is a residential property. It is surrounded by residential properties to the south. Street department is to the north, and other residential properties to the east. Mr. Phillips is requesting to locate a 40-foot long by 8-foot wide shipping container on the east side of his existing garage to utilize for storage. He did satisfy all of our legal requirements, publication. Case is before you tonight because this property is within the corridor, and the corridor requires additional architectural standards as well as landscaping requirements that he is asking for relief from. Those are the two items listed in the application. I mentioned he is requesting to locate the shipping container for extra storage. Requesting to put this 6 feet from the east property line, 10 feet from the existing garage. And he provided this photo as a sample of what it looked like for the property. And at this time, I will allow Mr. Phillips to speak to the board. Unless the board has questions for me at this time.
Any questions?
So, my name is Dan Phillips. Address is 0 Rock 112 Edinburgh. Working with you a lot for, this is not a typical, it's just a mock-up of what I was trying to install there in the yard. It would be a decent looking container, allow some place there. And just use for storage and able to use there. Still commercial license.
Questions from board, comments? So you said your PO box, and you don't, or is that your resident, do you live there? Where we're putting the container?
My address is 8802 West, 1000 South, Shelby County.
You don't actually live at the 7710 East State Road 252?
I plan to reside there in the future, but just to, I don't live there right
Is it rented or somebody live there?
now. There's someone staying in a couple rooms there, that's supposed to be in the street, probably, but it's not full place.
Is this to be a permanent structure, or is this to be moved at a different time?
Well, temporary, well, I say, I mean, with any given effort, it could be.
What kind of time frame do you intend to have that there?
From the placement to removal, I don't have a time frame.
So it could be there permanent.
It probably long term, that maybe not permanent. But I will see over my age, as I grow older, I'll probably look some ways. That's it. But that's my thought right now.
Do you not have room at your Shelby County residence to put one of those out there, sir?
The convenience of the placement at the desired spot is, goes hand in hand with the house, the yard, and everything. Yard work, equipment, and all.
I was by there the other day, isn't there already like 2 enclosed trailers on the driveway?
They are standing in front of the garage, yeah. Yeah, they are two there.
Are those, you're using those for storage too?
I use them in my work.
Okay.
I have tools, equipment, and
Okay.
job site. But right now, I'm working too often.
Any other questions?
Well, is anyone else here to speak for the petition? Okay. Now, anyone here to, thank you, sir. Anyone here to speak against the petition? Come on. You did.
Okay. Travis Burton, 501 Lincoln. My question is, why would we allow him to put this container at his residence in Edinburgh when he's got like 4 weeks in his Shelby County residence? If you see his residence in Shelby County, he has stuff sitting everywhere. It's like a junkyard. Why are we gonna allow this in Edinburgh? Like, I see what's coming. His house on Lincoln Street, he has. It took him almost 2 years to cut down that tree out of the front yard. Like, nothing is soon, nothing is quick, nothing is taken care of. It is always raining down, it's always trash moving. Why would we allow that?
Hang on, you don't have the floor. Give you your chance.
I'm just saying, I see what is coming, and it's nothing good when I see it. Because I know him personally. So this isn't just a random bystander. I've known this for years. I've seen this for years. I know it's nothing good to come. If we allow one thing, we'll go 4 miles. I see what's done. You guys have done it for me, and I've cleaned up my property. I just see what's coming. I don't think it's a good option to offer. I know what's coming. If you guys do, just mark my words. One thing will lead to another.
Thank you. All right.
I just hope, I don't get why we'd allow one here, when if you go with Shelby County residents and look down his driveway, and you see 4 of them. Why do we need that one?
All right. Thanks for the input. Comments.
No problem.
Anyone else here to speak against this? Okay, Mr. Phillips, you got the floor.
Thank you. What was just said was BS. I don't know if my personal residence has bearing on what I'm trying to do with this residence. But if y'all want to drive out to my place, there is 0 number of these on my property. Absolutely none. I don't know where he's getting his information from. He's been down my driveway a million times, but there's none of them there. I have dealt with the Shelby County compliance. I've satisfied all their needs. I don't know what he's digging me for about my personal residence, but all I've got to say is we're dealing with this property here in Edinburgh. My property is in Shelby County. I don't think my property in Shelby County should weigh on this decision on this matter. If we have a matter, an issue with where I live and what I do out there in the country, we can bring it there. But I'm within compliance of Shelby County, and I want to be in compliance with Edinburgh too with this here. This benefit me, keep everything out of the yard, keep everything picked up outside. But, you know, this guy, Travis Burton, is a nephew of mine, and he has a grudge for me from way back. And he did mention my property on Lincoln Street. I did cut 4 trees down by myself to the ground. It took me a long time. I'm not a professional, but I got it done, and nobody got hurt. The rest is all gone. I do know the property there, and these 2, Travis Burton and the guy in the pink hat, they lived just down the street from me. I loaded the mowers up and hit the next one, and they're all sitting on the porch. And I just drive by. You know, that's where we are. And we're not here to throw mud. I'm here to get approval for this. This is a different issue, but that's all we got.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Public's comments are closed. Julie?
Yes, sir. As I mentioned previously, the board is to consider relief from the architectural standards, which would prohibit exterior metal walls and require masonry and require all accessory buildings to be constructed with similar materials as the principal structure. So that's when this property is located direct above 252. Does not comply with ordinance, and the building materials are not civil and other structures on top. The second consideration is the landscaping plan. From the board, I've seen on multiple occasions, the landscaping requirements are quite extensive. It is staff's opinion that these are written more for commercial or industrial industrial, site plans than residential. And so, staff would say that this property is not currently in compliance with this extent of work and is not typical for other properties to comply with this. Staff would recommend denial of this submission. As in a case where someone is denied a variance in 2015, I believe. Should the board decide to approve this, staff has recommended some conditions which are also in the packet. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have.
Questions?
Ready for motion?
Ready for motion?
Make a motion to follow the staff recommendations as followed to deny the petition as presented.
Second.
Motion a second to deny. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 2, PC 2025-06 HCOD Del Car.
Our next case is also within the highway corridor district. This is a property on Blue River Drive, 112 South Blue River Drive. Petitioned by Del Park. It is roughly half an acre parcel, within R4 district. It's a residential property. All the surrounding properties are residential in use. As you can see, this is approximately a block south of the Street. So what we have in this request is a request to build a 24 by 30 garage on the property, which is on the west side of the property. The petitioner has satisfied all of our publication and notification requirements. This is also before you tonight because it is in the corridor. Petitioner is proposing to construct this 24 by 30 garage for storage of various items on the property. And this garage would be similar in color, and I'll let the petitioner explain that a little bit. But there is an existing garage on the property as well as the house.
Getting into the Del Car, we're on 112 River Drive. We currently have a 24 by 30 full barn style garage on our property, and we're asking that we be able to construct another garage that same size. The current garage faces to the south, and the back is to the north. This one would face, the back would be to the west, and the entrance to it would be on the east side. And we just, when we get, we have several vehicles, motorcycles, lawnmowers, woodwork, so we would like to have an additional garage to store those types of things.
Questions?
I went out and looked this weekend.
Thank you.
Anybody else here to speak for the petition? Okay, anyone else, or anyone here to speak against the petition? Okay. Public comments, please.
Once again, this is before you for release from architectural standards. wall or masonry or being constructed similar to, this one was being constructed similar to existing structures on properties that you could see that one on. So this is south of 150, or sorry, 252, and the house is currently not have masonry. So the height will be complemented as required by landscaping plan, same as I mentioned in the last case, the residents, did not currently comply with this. And, I'm doing these, I believe, on written for commercial properties. So, staff would recommend that this one be approved, with 6 conditions that are listed in our staff. Any questions?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Hang on,
Yeah.
you want the conditions with it or not?
I'm sorry.
You want the conditions with the approval or not?
Yes.
Okay, you need to state that.
Yes. I make a recommendation we approve with the condition.
Second.
Motion second to approve, staff recommendation with the 6 conditions. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Case number 3, PC 2025-07, RZBR Empire LLC.
Our next case is a rezoning request. This is a rezoning on Eisenhower Drive. It is a request to rezone from general business to roadside business for the development of a Shell gas station and convenience store. This property is located just south of the O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Approximately 1 acre parcel, currently an undeveloped parcel. Location point on there. So we're going to, the specific use they've identified today is a gas station and convenience store. As we discussed earlier on rezoning, there is a menu of uses that are allowed within roadside business, so those would all be allowed once we enter rezoning. It did satisfy the public notification requirements. And here is the zoning ordinance information on our business district. So by that kind of distinction between our different business districts in this ordinance. This time I will take notes to present their case.
So you think like last time, you know, stuff out here.
Both Earl and Thomas is originally on State Street. Representative position is DR Empire LLC. DR Empire is a owner operator of gas stations, and 70 gas stations that have been approved by the state of Indiana. To Mr. point, rezoning would allow host of other uses, but the intention here is to set up a gas station. This is approximately, this plant is approximately 3,000 square foot convenience store. We'll have 4 fuel islands, 2 pumps each, so 8 total pumps. But no separate diesel pumps, so as to avoid heavy truck traffic over the gas station. We have agreed with staff's recommended conditions. I think we proposed them, prohibiting a number of different uses, like there's a construction yard, or construction supply yards, vape shops, mobile home parks, sales, wholesale trade, gun stores, tattoo parlors, and cashing stores. But the size of this facility makes it being used as a single-use convenience store at the gas station. The considerations that would go into this are, it's consistent with the surrounding zoning. It's surrounded by commercial. It's just off of the auto parts store. There's no nearby or adjacent residential, but this would diminish any property values of. We think this is a perfectly consistent use with the comprehensive plan and surrounding cases. We recommend approval and ask for it. If there's any questions about X or no, there's been some discussion about the highway overlay, and this would be subject to the highway overlay, but that would be, I believe, reviewed hearing. That's not something tonight, so that's strictly related.
What is the structure of that building, the outside of the aesthetic portion of that going to be like? Is it going to, do you have any idea what that, do they have a common theme that they all, or is it pretty well tailored to?
Shell, I think dictates certain aesthetics. I think the Shell adaptation, that would be the sponsor might have the ability for that's what this was a good Shell station. I don't know what the exact mix of materials would be. But as a standard, I would say that's going to be 30% masonry.
All right, that's what I was wondering. Thank you.
Do you know what the hours would be? Are they looking for a 24-hour or?
This would be a 24-hour location. We found that 24-hour well lit with the high definition cameras to aid in safety of the site. That just is a benefit to the gas station.
You said 2 pumps, right?
2 pumps per item.
Two, so 8 total?
Pumps.
Okay.
What, egress, are you going to use a JC entrance, or are you going to have it your own entrance off of Eisenhower?
There'd be an entrance off of Eisenhower. I think there should be a site plan that's submitted with addition for the entrance to be open.
We have a site plan submitted yet, Julie?
It's with the corridor, which was not a complete application, so it still needs to undergo drainage approval, which could change the site.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I'm thinking about the egress. I hate to see that nice sidewalk we got out there be gone. People use that to walk out to the drugstore now.
I don't anticipate, and this would be going to be the overlay position of working with staff on the site plan, but I don't anticipate a full removal of the sidewalk, which will do the egress and the egress. We work with highway to keep that safe, but I don't anticipate the kind of sidewalk being. Thank you.
Anyone else to speak for the petition? Okay, anyone here to speak against the petition? Public closed.
As we stated, we're requesting a rezone from general business to roadside business, and adjacent parcels are from general business in that area. And per our zoning ordinance, a gas station would be permitted in roadside business, but not general business, so that's why we're requesting a rezone tonight. We did put the full use table in these reports, so that you can see that the posted these are the prohibited uses, which I included in the recommendation, which were to provide a favorable recommendation to the town council. And as we mentioned, this site plan would have to come back to this board if the property is rezoned or project moves forward. So all the questions about egress, sidewalks, building materials, you would see all of that. These are your 5 decision criteria, and I would recommend a favorable recommendation with these provisions.
Just to remind the board that this is a rezoning, so this is not a final decision. You're just making a recommendation to the town council as a final decision. So that could be a favorable recommendation, unfavorable, or no recommendation.
Any other questions for Julie?
I do have names from the egress, that's what our preliminary site plan understanding that it would need to come back to the overlay discussion, but the egress point goes to the north, it's a reciprocal drive to the north of the site. So there'd be no additional curb cut on
I make a motion, we find it favorable with her condition.
Second.
Motion second for favorable recommendation to the council with the included condition. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
We can have an announcement before
Okay.
consider it.
Okay.
As the board knows, we have been working on the ordinance update for the unified zoning ordinance. We are planning to have the consultant present at the June 9th town council meeting. And I would encourage the planning commission members that are able to attend that meeting. So we can do that presentation. I will be sending the draft of that ordinance to the board, probably tomorrow morning, so that we can have a first look at that. And then I would anticipate that the ordinance will be before this board either in June or July.
Anyone else have any other business?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Easy.
Oh, you kind of, whatever.
Yeah.